Good afternoon, people of grace. I wanted to send this brief little note out to you for a couple of reasons, but we're going to put them in one note to send out where we don't clutter your inbox. One is I want to thank those who gathered on Thursday for our parish meeting, our town hall that gave us a chance to look at the overall framework and structure for the fall and to highlight a few key pieces of that. One of which that we looked at was the service last night that we held, which was the first in-person service at Grace in 6 months. In fact, it was 6 months to the day from when we closed our campus to in-person gatherings, except for our preschool, of course, which has continued to carry on in its ministry to the wider town, which I'm very, very grateful for. But we gathered last night for evening prayer, which was a wonderful chance for people to see each other face to face. The other thing that we looked at in our town hall was to kick off our stewardship season, which I want to commend to you. We're launching it a little bit earlier than we normally do because we want to give ourselves time to really see where we are, both in our families, in our financial lives, in our overall well-being, and also in the life of our parish, to really give ourselves time to look at where we are, where we've come from, and where we're going as a community. So this year's theme is telling our story. This came from a conversation that Dan Scott had with Cynthia on the power of stories. And I could think of no better particular focus for us to look at as a parish than this image and this reality of our story. What is our story? What's the story that we have to tell? And our particular story in this, COVID pandemic is not over. We're still very much in the middle of it. There's so many things that we're still very uncertain of, but there are some things that we've been able to figure out, and there's some spaces that we've been able to get our feet underneath us. So I want to invite you this year to share, to fully participate in our stewardship campaign. It's become very, very clear to me that stewardship isn't giving to the church, like we've said, as though the church is some separate organization that we send funds to. We are the church. And I think one of the biggest stories that I have soaked up in these past 6 months is realizing that more and more, the truth of that the church is the gathered body of Christ in this particular place, which is part of the body of Christ universal throughout the world and throughout time. So I invite you to click the link along with this email to learn more about this year's campaign and to prayerfully consider how you can participate in the life of your parish, how your particular voice and your particular contribution can build on the strength of almost 200 years as we continue to share in the ministry that God has given us in this particular time and place. Along with this note, you'll also find a link to Thursday night's town hall if you missed it. So I encourage you to take about an hour of your time and sit back and click that as the staff and Dan and I spend a little bit of time walking you through both our website and the framework for the entire fall. I hope this finds you doing well. You continue to be in my prayers each and every day, and I thank you for yours. And I'll talk to you soon.